Hey everybody, it's Eric with Premier Pack. Can you give me just a few minutes? I want to talk about something I find very important because it has been so beneficial to so many, yet it has been so misrepresented. And that's the controversial dog training tool, the prong collar. Now, those of you who know me, I hope you realize I love my dogs. So why would I use this on them? If you trust me, give me a few minutes to explain. Now, first of all, I want to say that anybody can abuse a dog. Okay, the same hand that you pet your dog with can be the hand you beat the dog with. So it's not about the tool, it's about the intent to abuse. Also, like any tool, you want to get a quality product and you want to learn how to use it. So that being said, the prong collar at first, years ago, I thought that this was a tool that was just for dogs that were extremely tough and so stubborn nothing else would work on them, and you graduate to this tool. Yet, through my experience and research, this is now my go-to training device. Why is that? Well, I look for two things when I want a dog training tool, and that is clear communication and safety. Believe it or not, this fits the bill better than just about anything out there. Let me explain why. First, I'll talk about some of the other things people use on their dogs. Let's say a harness, for example. A harness is just a restraining device, and it actually encourages and makes the dog comfortable to pull. Now, if you're using a no-pull harness, that's just restricting its movement. Now, another tool device that's not a training tool is the flat buckle collar. Now, that's just something that's supposed to be pretty and hold the dog's tags, but if you're using that to walk your dogs on, all the pressure is on the front of the neck across the throat when it pulls. So it could possibly choke or damage his throat. Also, there's the slip collar or choke collar. Now, including myself, all of us in the show ring use it. And I think it's a great tool for the ring. But it is not safer and it is not a better communicating training device than this is. I'll explain why. It's got constant contact around the neck. And because of that, it's muffled communication compared to the prong collar, and it allows for actual choking. It's got no limit to how much you can pull and squeeze the dog's neck, thereby possibly choking it. Also, we have another one, the one that's wonderfully named, but is it really? The gentle leader. The one that goes across the dog's muzzle. I've seen abrasions on dogs because of the rubbing on that sensitive area, and it's actually designed to wrench the dog's neck to the side. Now, somebody with neck problems, that's been an issue, and I'm really sensitive to seeing that. So now let's look again at the prong collar and look at it a little differently. I know it looks barbaric, and that's the biggest downside to the tool. But if you look at it in a design point of view, the technical things that make it function the way it does, maybe you'd see it a little differently. First of all, look at these prongs, the infamous prongs. If you rub your finger across the tip of it, you should be able to find it smooth and round and not leave your finger with even a little scratch. Now, the action of the prong collar is what makes it useful too. Notice how it squeezes. Okay, it does not put the pressure on the front of the dog's throat, causing choking problems. Also, it's got martingale functionality where it has a mechanical limit stopping you from squeezing it too much. Now, these points of contact also limit you from being able to choke the dog. With this device, you cannot choke your dog with it. Also, with the points of contact here, they are not spikes. They are not meant to stab, as some would have you believe. They are points of pressure that the dog finds or is acutely aware of, and makes it much easier to communicate with the dog. Now, with these things, this is what I've chosen to use on dogs, and I find it so beneficial for a number of reasons. The dogs respond to it very well. The handler is able to be much more gentle with the dog, and it transfers to regular everyday dog owners really well, so that they can provide the dog freedom and have control over their dogs, thereby changing even the relationship and the quality of life for their dogs. So I want you to be more educated on this. I want you to be more informed, because I know there's a lot of misleading information and propaganda out there that have you believe this is a torture device or something that is only used for abuse. And yet I've seen so many times the beneficial results from using this. I thank you for your time. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer them. Thank you.